Hello there. I'm Tana Brene, and I'm going to be showing you how I do my tortoise shells nails. I am not a professional whatsoever. I'm simply just showing you guys how I do my Gelx nails at home. I am new to this. I'm not a professional at all. I just enjoy creating. So please don't go too hard on me, okay? While I have you here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know that you stopped by. But let's hop into it. So first, you want to always start with the cuticle pusher. So even when you think the cuticle pusher isn't working, trust and believe. Just because you don't think that you see it's not working doesn't mean it's not working. I also do want to indicate that the cuticle is one of the thinnest layers on your skin. So you want to be very, very delicate with the cuticle. Make slow, subtle movements and just take your time. Sometimes we rush ourselves with like beauty, and beauty shouldn't be rushed. It shouldn't be rushed. So I'm trying to learn that about myself. Is just slow down and just be in the moment. I also do want to state that in this video, while I'm doing my nail prep with these cuticles, I am going to nick myself. But remember, I'm not a professional. I am learning. And I hope that I have other people that wants to learn as well. Okay? So here I am just using the other end of that cuticle, and I'm basically trying to just loosen up the cuticle so that I can have a nice flawless gel extension application. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this tool and I'm going to go around my cuticles to get rid of all the dead skin. As I've stated before, I did nick myself doing this part solely because my tool was a little bit dull and I really am limited on products here. I have a 17-year-old that is learning polygel nails, so I let her get all of the good stuff. And I'm just basically left with the crumbs of the bucket. So a part of being a creator is to keep pushing and finding your way. What I could have done to loosen up the cuticle so that I wouldn't have such a hard problem getting the dead skin off, I could have probably used a cuticle oil. But as you can see, the results are still, showing that this works. So I'm going to go in on all of my fingers and we're going to get all of that dead skin off of the cuticle, because if you don't have a flush cuticle, it's just not going to really look super, super, super neat. But I also do want to state that I'm finding my way. I'm learning. It's a learning curve with learning gel extensions. I am not a licensed nail technician at all. I solely, learned online, and I just kind of picked up and created my own way. So if you're trying to learn Gelx, hopefully I can be some sort of a help to you, that you don't have to be perfect doing this. You just start somewhere. So now I'm going to go in with my Melody Susie drill, and I'm going to add my nail bit in for cuticle prep. My goal is to learn how to do a flawless gel application with cuticle prep. And as you can see, there's my baby little nick there. Boo-hoo. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to clean up my cuticles as best as I can with this tool. I do have the speed on a 1 RPM, I believe that's what it's called. I have my speed on 1, so it was going fairly very slow. I know that some people like to hear the ASMR sounds. I was watching a movie, so when I was creating this nail set, so I just don't like to create in total silence. But if there's people who want that instead, I can definitely push that out and get those to you. But here, I'm just going over my cuticles, getting the excess dead skin off. I know that some people do not use nail drills when they are doing Gelx. It's not really like life or death that you use a drill. I'm just a little bit extra, I like to test my skills and learn all the tricks and stuff, so I like to use my drill. But I can say that this cuticle bit is bomb. Do you see these cuticles? Okay, a hot mess, but it's also been a very, very, very long time that I have taken care of myself. It's been a very long time since I've did any cuticle work. It's been a very long time that I've created anything, and I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things, get back to that old Tana Brene. And I hope that you guys do not hear doors slamming. I have literally a neighbor from hell, and she loves to annoy me and do ignorant things. So if you hear any kind of discrepancies in the background, please disregard it. But yay, we have our nail prep done. I think the cuticles look okay, so we're gonna move forward. I believe I'm gonna go in and just basically shape my nails into like a square shape. These extra steps is just what I like to take. I do have furthermore wider nails, so I just like to go in and kind of just clean up the shape a little bit. Here I am gonna go over with another nail drill just to kind of smooth out that surface and to make sure that I get all that excess dead skin off. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna buff all of my nails. It's really important that you buff the nails down. I've noticed that when you buff the nails down, you just have a better application with the length of time that your nails will stay on the fingers. They don't pop off so quickly when you do use a buffer. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my Kiara Sky gel tips. These are coffin shape. So I'm gonna do my sizing for my nails. It's really important that you take your time doing this part, and you wanna make sure that you're going from sidewall to sidewall when you are sizing your nails. Again, you want to check sidewall to sidewall. You don't want to have, that really big space in between the nail versus your real nail. You should be able to tell where your nails start or finish. So now that we have our sizing ready, I'm going to go in the back of the nail and we're going to sketch the back of the nail. So you're going to take that nail drill bit and put it on the very low speed, which is a 1 that I'm on, and you want to just sketch the back of that nail because it just gives a very flush application, and it gives you again longevity long term to wear those nails for a fairly long time. When I do my Gelx at home, they stay on for quite some time, but here I am doing my nail prep with the pH bond and the nail dehydrator. So you have step 1 and step 2, which I'm on step 2 now, and This is the proper step that you want to take to keep those Gelx nails on for a long time. This is an important step that you do not want to miss. I know that when I don't do this step, my nails do tend to pop off fairly quickly, and I'm legit mad as hell. You also want to go in and do that bond 1 and bond 2 with the nail prep and the dehydrator on your actual nails as well. So do those same steps that you did on the Gelx extension as well as your nail. Now this step is totally up to your discrepancy. Since I went ahead and popped this nail set off, I just wanted to show you guys how I did my tortoiseshell nails. So I'm gonna do a base coat so that I can easily pop off these Gelx nails because I did not want to have them on for a long time. So I'm just gonna go in and do a basic top coat, and then we're gonna dry those in my nail lamp. And I like to apply my nails with the Beetles Builder Gel. I come to find out that they stay on a fairly longer time when I use a builder gel versus an actual gel glue. You do want to do these nails from cuticle to the tip of the nail. And then I'm going to go in and cure that under my lamp for a full 30 seconds. It is important that you add pressure on this part because you want that nail to be really snugged on and really tight. The goal is to also not get any air bubbles, and I did pretty good this time with not getting any air bubbles in my nails. Yes, I did great. And I also do want to say it's okay to use too much glue. I'd rather use too much glue than not enough glue. You know, if you don't use enough glue, of course you're going to have that problem where you're going to have air bubbles, and of course the nail will pop off. If you use too much glue, the most that you'll have to do is do some excessive filing and cleaning up those cuticles with the nail drill, but that's some slight work. So once we're done curing those nails on with our neck lamp, we're going to do a full cure for a full 90 seconds to assure that those nails are completely dry and they are completely tight. And look how good the application is. Like I said, I don't have any air bubbles, but I got a little bit of spillage, but that's cool. We go cut these nails down because of course I just don't think coughing accentuates my hands fairly well. My daughter wants me to try coffin nails, but I don't know if they are for me. I'm 36. Nothing wrong with coffin nails if that's what you choose to wear, but I just like something a little bit more classy. Plus, I have old lady hands, and I just kind of feel like almond nails just, it just accentuates my hand a little bit better, at least in my eyes. So I'm going to go in with my scissors, and I'm going to cut side angle to side angle so that I don't have to do so much filing and shaping. I'm going to cut those nails down to an almost almond shape so that I won't have to struggle with doing so much shaping and filing while I'm doing my almond nails. I am using the 80/80 grit With this nail file, like I said, I'm kind of limited on supplies here, so I'm working with what I have. This nail file is a little bit worn out, but we made it work. And I do have another order coming in with some other nail files, so I should be upgrading pretty soon. But here I'm just going to be basically doing the same thing, repeating the steps, filing these nails down into my almond shape. And here we are. We are almost done filing these nails down. And I just love how almond looks on my hand. I just really like the shape. Let me know what shape girly that you are. Are you coffin nails? Are you stiletto? Are you square? Are you almond? Are you a long nail girl or short nails? You know, it's just so much that you can do with nails. Honestly, I just love Gelx. I'm so glad that I found out about this method. It saves me money. I don't have to sit in the nail salon for hours and hours waiting, and it just gives me time to bond with myself as well as with my children. So here I am cleaning up my cuticles with that same drill bit that I used. I forget what this one is called. I guess I'll put the name up at the top of the video when I figure it out. But I'm going to go in with this nail drill bit and just clean the excess mess up on these nails. I am going to go in and buff because I've noticed that when I buff these nails, I have a more of a flawless nail application with my polish. So before you go in with polishing, you can go in and buff those nails, or you don't have to. It's all up to your discretion. I just like to do all of the full steps. It makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. But here we are. We have all of our nails buffed. So now we're going to start the fun process of the tortoise shell nails. So I'm going to go in with my Kiara Sky Jelly tint. This is like a yellow shade color. It's like a yellow orangey shade, but you want to go in with the sheer yellow or like a sheer orange, and do your first layer and take your time with the polish, because that's what's really make your nails look like it's a good application when you have a nice even nail polish. And literally the worst timing, I live right across from a freaking railroad track, so I have a train going by. If you hear excessive noise, again, please disregard. Please disregard. Okay, so here we are. We have the first layer of polish on, looking pretty good. But before I cure these nails, I'm going to go in and make sure that I clean up all of the excessive nail polish around my nail beds. I want to make sure that I go in and clean up all of the excessive polish in my flood line. I've noticed that in the past I've had issues with my nail bed flooding, and I've had a couple of comments about watching out for that. So that's been something that I've really been trying to focus on, was making sure that my nail cuticles are super clean and that I'm not doing excessive flooding with my nails. So I'm gonna go in and apply a sheer brown coat on top of this. I'm going to go in and use my Apres gel polish. This polish just makes me feel so bougie, but this is literally the prettiest brown. Like if I just use this brown by itself, I can just wear this nail by itself. It'll just be grown and sexy. You know, I really didn't have to do no extra steps. I could have just wore the nails just like this. But I said, no, I'm going to stick to the script and do these tortoiseshell nails. So I'm going to go in and clean up my cuticles like I did the yellow polish, because you don't want to cure before you clean up the flood line. Okay, so now we have all of our polish on. Of course, I'm going to do a full cure for 90 seconds and my big lamp. I also did find this lamp off Temu for $35, and guess what? It has a lifetime warranty. Yes. Yeah, lifetime warranty. So now we're going to go in and we're going to use a black nail polish and a dark brown nail polish to give that tortoise shape. So I'm going to just go on my nail palette here, and I'm going to add my brown polish on one side of the nail palette, because I don't want to get confused with the black and the brown. They look very similar. So I'm going to do my brown polish on the right side of the nail palette, and I'm going to go in with my black gel polish on the left side of the palette. Now, most people like to go in with this method with the blooming gel. You don't necessarily have to use a blooming gel. You can use a base coat or a top coat. You just want to use something that's clear. And I'm going to take my nail tool and I'm going to use the brown shade first. You want to go in with the brown shade first and just smear it on. Don't make the nail shape so neat. You know, tortoise shells, they're not, you want it to look very, authentic. You want it to look like it's an actual nail shell. So animal prints are not super, super, super neat. So I'm just putting these blotches in random spots. You know, however you choose to do, you can make them small, you can make them big. I made mine fairly bigger because I really want to get done with this video. But it's up to your discretion. As you can see, that first shape just looked like a blob, so I just kind of dragged the line some more, so it can look a little bit more, authentic. Then I went in and I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. You want to go in and add your second layer of your top coat or your blooming gel or that base coat. Again, you want to use anything sheer. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a dimension of color. I'm going to add my black gel on top of that brown. So basically, I'm going to go and do the same thing that I've just done. I'm going to go in with a clear polish. Again, I'm using a top coat. You have to have a wet nail in order to achieve this look. So again, I went in with the brown shade and I'm going to just smear on that shade so that I can make my shell print. It's really not hard at all. I love doing this. Actually, when I did this, when I got done with this set, my mom, she likes really simple nails. She always get like a red clear nail. She gets no kind of designs or anything on her nails. When I got done with this set, she was like, "Oh, Tana, can you please do this set for me? I want this." And I'm like, "What? You must really like this," because like I said, she's a really simple person and she doesn't do like any designs on her nails. So for her to want that, I was like, "Oh shoot, I'm T." Yeah. Okay, so of course I wasn't gonna do all tortoiseshell nails, so I'm gonna go in with my 3D sculpting gel that I'm using from McCart's. Um, I'm just gonna go around the nail, make like a little border, just something super cute but simple, but giving just enough. This was one of my first time trying something like this, and I actually love how it came out. This was fairly easy to do. You want to just take your time doing this. I'm not sure what this is even called, but I know it's like super trendy. I see it a lot on social media, so I want to give it a try. I do have to go in and cure that for 30 seconds. So we have our 3D sculpting gel all dried down. With this sculpting gel, I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a chrome onto this sculpting gel. But before I do that, I'm going to mix black with the clear so that I can have more of a sheery black. I've noticed that when I use like a light sheer black, when I'm using chrome, it comes out flawlessly. I don't know what it is, but it just works better. So I'm going to use a fine liner brush to go over this 3D sculpting gel shape so we can apply our chrome to this. So before I cure this in my lamp, I'm going to go in with my small brush and I'm going to clean up all the excessive polish that's around this 3D shape because, like I said, I'm going to be applying a chrome. So if I have any parts that has black, the chrome is going to transfer, and I only want the chrome to apply on this 3D shape. So here I am using the end of my silicone tool. I noticed that I wasn't getting the best result from this silicone tool, so I eventually went in with my finger, and the finger just don't miss. When I use my finger, we got a nice, shiny, smooth chrome application. So finger method for me. And yes, you want to add a little bit of pressure when you are rubbing this in because you want that chrome to be nice, even, and shiny. Nice, even, and shiny. Again, I'm going to go in with that little brush with some acetone, and we're going to clean up that excessive chrome that is spilled in the inside of my 3D shape. Now I'm going to add my McCart rhinestone glue in the center of this nail, and we're going to add in a little star. Is this called like a 6 point star, or I'm not sure what this star is called, but I see it a lot and I wanted to use it. I did find these little charms off of Temu. Temu has bomb nail charms for a little bit of nothing. You'll be surprised how fast the shipping comes. Some stuff takes a while, but majority of the things that I ordered off Temu comes fairly within a few days. And I just think that's so cute. I'm loving how it's coming out. Like, I just love it. I also do want to state that this video is fairly long, so I did not show me doing my 3D flower, even though it's not perfect either. I need a little bit of work with that, but you know, we listen and we do not judge. Okay, we listen and we don't judge. So off camera, I did go ahead and add on my little rhinestones around the cuticles to give it a nice little, pop of decor. I'm gonna go in and we're gonna add our cuticle oil with a top coat. And baby, I must say, I ate down, okay? For me not to be a nail technician, for me to do my own nails and just learning at home. It's been a few months since I've been into Gelx, and your girl is eating down. And I do want to say, if I can do it, baby, you can do it too. It's nothing to it but a little bit of practice. So, thanks for spending some time with me. I hope that you learned a thing or two or three. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know you stopped by. Let me know what you want to see in the near future. And I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.